Welcome to the ElderAbyss show. For talking videos, it's the place to go. Game tips, rants, tactics, and more. What you'll find here, you can never be sure.
Hey guys, welcome to the show. In this episode, we've got a little bit of Battlefield Bad Company 2 Vietnam. Changing it up a little bit, bringing in some squad deathmatch. I usually don't play a whole lot of squad deathmatch, but decided to give it a run through and try it back out. Before this night, I'm pretty sure I'd only played 2 matches of squad deathmatch, and that was just to get the pin that I needed for the squad deathmatch thing, to have all the pins, which I'm still missing one of the patches, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, prior to this, I joined squad deathmatch one time. I got in at the end of one match and lost it, and stayed for the next one, won it, got my pin, like I said. And pretty much haven't been back to squad deathmatch since. But wanted to give it a try here in Vietnam, and I got to say, had a good time with it. I had a few of the crew in here with me. Actually, I think there's 3 of us, 3 regulars, Meps. The Big Lebowski, he's a regular guy that I game with, and that other guy is just a random, don't know who he is. And Papa joined in a little later and actually got put on the other squad, and we had a little fun with that. So it was a pretty good time. Got to say, it's actually fairly enjoyable. I think Vietnam plays pretty damn good on squad deathmatch. I think it really shines in Conquest. It seems to be the game type that excels with these maps. And I think the problem with Rush on the Vietnam maps is just the sheer size, is because the maps are just so much smaller. They don't really expand out. Like in the vanilla version, where Conquest is basically just a small portion of the larger Rush map. In Vietnam, unfortunately, Rush and Conquest occupy the same space, from what I can tell. I think I've played pretty much all of them on Rush at this point, and it seems to be the story for most of the maps. So that kind of makes the Rush a little shorter, and I know some of the hardcore Rush guys aren't digging on that all that much. But, you know, to those fellas, I say give Conquest a go, especially on Vietnam, because it really excels at Conquest. And the squad team deathmatch seems to be pretty good. They do sanction off portions of the map to make the squad deathmatch thing here a little smaller, so you're not dealing with the entire acreage of the original map, which could be a little overwhelming with this game type here. But it's pretty good. And you may also notice, as I use it to gun down a guy there hiding in the weeds, watch this bullcrap. I think this is what's happening. Where the hell does this guy come from? I'm running up and all of a sudden, bam, right out of the weeds, man. I get stuck with the damn needle. Are you shitting me? Oh well, life goes on, say la vie. But yeah, what I was getting to is the M16. That's right, I finally got it out to get my gold star. And I got to say, prior to my previous judgment on this gun, once I settled in on it, it's actually pretty damn good. I like this M16. It's full auto, a little different. I like that. The burst rifles, and that guy on both of our parts was a complete, where the hell did you come from, basically. But yeah, the assault rifles, the burst assault rifles, I usually don't have a tremendous amount of success with, although the AN-94 is just a flat out beast, son. That was, I believe, the first gun I platinumed, and I don't use it much since then, unless I have to. But the what I was saying is the burst rifles. I seem to have a hard time with burst rifles on pretty much any game. That seems to be a constant with me. I think it's a thing where you have to, it doesn't go good with my playstyle in that you have to time your aim with your fire instead of your fire with your aim, if that makes sense. I seem to do better with guns that are ready to go when I need them to, when I pull the trigger, instead of guns that will burst and you've got that momentary unavailability, if you will, to fire your gun. Even though it's just a split second, if you hammer the trigger, it'll keep firing. I know that. But that fraction of a second seems to get me. That's probably just something I need to adjust to, because honestly, for the most part, I shy away from burst weapons in about every game. I haven't taken the time and enacted the discipline needed to, I guess, to bring myself in the line and to teach myself to pull the trigger at, or to aim and pull the trigger and to get that sequence right for a burst gun, as compared to a full auto gun that's just ready to go whenever the hell I want it to, and for however long I need it to, which sometimes can be quite a while.
Enemy troops moving in.
But that's just something I need to work on. But getting back to the M16 here in Vietnam, like I said, once I settled in on this gun, I actually am liking it. I still think the AK outpowers it, or it outperforms it, however you want to look at it, but I think the AK is better. That said, I do like this M16 now. So all you guys that rode me and told me, give the M16 another try, you'd like the M16's beast, so on and so forth, kudos, man. You were right. It's a damn good gun. I'm big enough to admit that I may have judged it a little quick, and you'll have that once in a while. It's not that big of a deal. You just got to be willing to go back and give it another day in court sometimes. And I did. In all honesty, I only went back to it because I needed the gold star on it, but I'm glad I did. I really like it. And Meps was one of the guys that rode me about getting back and trying that gun. So, thumbs up, man. I'm glad so many people gave me a hard time about bad-mouthing this gun. Although I didn't bad-mouth it like, a lot, but you know what I mean. You've been around, right? And right there, they finally took our tank out, and that's only because Papa joined the team, like I mentioned earlier, and he was the only guy with enough balls to come up there and take that tank out. It was kind of funny. We were laughing. It's like, we should have known it was Papa. Everybody else is hiding out and staying down in the flats, staying away from the tank. Really? SpongeBob. Okay. We'll get that set for you in just a minute. I got to get SpongeBob game set up for him in there. He's going to have a fit with me. We'll get this wrapped up so I can get him playing his SpongeBob. Oh, SpongeBob. That's what we need in Vietnam. It's like a SpongeBob Easter egg. But I digress. I'm not sure what that's all about, but yeah. It's like Children of the Corn there. Hold on, buddy. Yeah. Hold on, okay? Let me finish here. Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay. Oh, sorry for that, Papa. Kind of caught you blindsided, but you'll have that. Sorry, guys. He's all over me right now. Come here, you want to watch this with me? Come here, you can help me out with this. That was a complete spawn protection for the loss right there. Because, and I know there's some people that argue that don't exist and whatever, but that was a perfect example of its presence. Because you seen me, right after he revived, or he spawned, I popped that dude. I even hit him in a couple of headshots. You seen his head go to the side and the sound and everything. Nothing. I got nothing. Hate that. But it happens. It saved my ass, in all fairness, probably as many times as it's stolen a kill from me, I guess we could say. So it's all fair in the battlefield, I reckon. It balances out quite well. for the most part. I guess it depends on your how many kills you're getting to how many deaths you take, but it is an experience we have to deal with. It's not no major issues for me. And the tank's cranking music. What I'm doing here is I'm kind of just hanging low, trying to stay concealed, because I know that tank, you know, we've got the tank, he's up moving around. When that tank is up moving around, it becomes the focal point for a lot of guys, and as you see right there, he's just, you know, he's trying to run and get a position on the tank, and I'm able to pick him off. So what I like to do in that type of situation is kind of just pretty much use the tank to have guys give away their positions and to draw their attention away from me, and I blindside them. I mean, you know, I'm always looking for that unfair fight. They're the best ones to win. Absolutely. Now, Vantage Point here, which I'm going to have to say is probably my least favorite Vietnam map, but it plays pretty good on squad deathmatch. As long as I stayed up on the hill, the flats down there at the bottom are opened up, and I think I spawned down there one time. I don't care for the flats, but staying up here on the hill here in the little village seems to be the hot spot. Never run out of targets for very long to hunt down and work on. I think there was some guys that were trying to work the long range snipe from concealment down in the rice paddies or whatever the hell it is down at the bottom. But it wasn't a major issue, and most of the guys came right on up and had it out with us. And I don't know. Papa. I didn't win that, but neither did he. We both went down. How that worked out is just one of the beauties of Battlefield right there. You know, bullets in the air. I like that aspect of it, though. But why does the rockets in the air not count? That's one thing that irks me. But anyway, looks like we're over here. I'll be checking in with you guys later this week, and we'll catch you then. Thanks, guys.
'Cause in the end, you've already been told. We're all just gamers.